Hello there, my cosmic kittens and planetary puppies of those who identify with the divine feminine vibe. I am back with your forecast for the week ahead, though this is timeless, so when you find this, it's the right time for you. We're going to get straight to it there, divine feminine. Okay, so we experienced as a collective the most weirdest event. For decades, the divine feminine has had a lot of divine masculine energy that was growing and growing, superseding or even outweighing the balance of the divine feminine itself within ourselves. Now, because we do embody both, but we have an overload or an oversurplus of that divine masculine energy. So what's been happening? Why are we, it's I'm like, the whole world's divine feminines that relate to this, I'm going to say, cannot be PMSing at the same time or going through a mood thing. Okay, or a hormonal thing. It doesn't, no. Anger, just bursts of just like, like we're just coming out as beasts, like just taking over. The switch happened on Wednesday, or this shift, I should say, happened on Wednesday night while we were sleeping. And then, we went through Thursday and Friday, and that's little pockets. And then it was like, I think Friday, it was whenever it was full blown, just, pissing contest. Like somebody looks at you wrong, you're like ready to be challenged. Oh, you're challenging me? You just like, ugh. And maybe that wasn't you, but you could have been dealing with, and also we were dealing with people just like that. Now remember, these are energies, never gender. So when I say divine feminine, it could either mean man, woman, they, them, whatever floats your boat, okay? This Sunday, it settled down. Little bit of pockets, but nothing so much where it's like, full-blown taking us out, okay? We're feeling a little better. The exhaustion that we have been going through, that's why we're tired too. Or over this week, divine feminine just fall asleep all over the place. We were just overly tired, exhausted. It's like, even if we were getting like 8 to 10 hours of sleep, we still, we're feeling like we could use another 12. You know what I mean? It's because of that, because the divine masculine is now calling back their power. They have taken some massive, strong new steps forward towards their happiness. So the energy is following the call. Okay. So what that means is balance. Now we got to start fueling and feeding the divine feminine energy in us and start building that up so we can balance this. This needs to be a balance. And that's what's happening in the divine feminine. Okay. And what's really interesting, during the pre-shuffle, these cards came out. I kept going. I was like, okay, we got to record right now. Multidimensionality. The frequency of multidimensionality activates our awareness of our true essence, which is eternal and multidimensional. This is about this huge opening happening for the divine feminine, okay, that we're going into, that started actually with that, being very aware, okay. These shifts and stuff, seeing multifaceted aspects of yourself. Do you separate your body from who you are? Do you refer to it as it, or in a negative manner? Stuff like that. It's about us all coming back together as a whole. Mind, body, soul as one. Each of those aspects should be getting the same voice talking to them. Loving, nurturing, caring, compassionate. And that can be really hard. Sometimes you don't even see that. Well, yeah, I kind of body shame myself, blah, blah, blah. But you don't really see it. But a lot of people are seeing these little things now. Because this full moon, when it hit that half, started amplifying these energies at us. This is the last of it. Deep-seated fear that's holding you back going forward, maybe in your career, or in love. It's those two areas. Okay, so I thought it was really interesting. Balance came out. It's all about balance this week. Being aware of how you are nurturing yourself, being compassionate to yourself, your body, your mind. You're happy. Maybe you're not fully following your happiness because, all right, for an example, maybe you're afraid to be open to new love because you're not feeling, you're like, oh my God, they'll see me naked. Oh my God, this. Oh my God, that. That's a big block. But spirit is, it's happening. So we're being like, we're all on this conveyor belt being pushed through this cleansing, clearing energy to get us to see this so we can release it and go, what the am I doing? That's where the divine masculine energy helps only. We want to be challenged. Quit looking out here. Look in here. See what you can do to bust that open and out, and that we can fully step in that without fear. Fully be open because they're coming in. Career opportunities. Some of you probably go, I would have never. Maybe increase in social media activity on your accounts. People watching you more, sharing you more, communicating more. Yeah, we're standing out. Okay. The frequency of balance supports our ability to find harmony with all aspects of our three-dimensional, multi-dimensional layers of reality. Mind, body, soul, spirit, energy. We're being aware. We're connecting them all. The soul's the machine that's driving this. It's a good thing. Okay. All right. Now, what these two energies are doing is they're causing us to purge and release in a very big way. The people who are feeling off balance right now, in 2 weeks, you're going to look back and go, yeah, whole different you. 2 weeks. So Spirit's saying something's going to happen in 2 weeks. We'll look at that in the tarot in a minute. Freedom. We are going into this week full of freedom. We're going to feel lightness of being like we've never felt before because we're now catching the one aspect that we've been kind of separating, which we shouldn't because it's us too, you know, body, mind, soul. Okay? The energy of freedom supports our sense of limitless possibility, potential, and boundless expression and bold exploration. Daring to go where no one's gone before. Daring to go where you never go before because you don't know what's over there. Allowing the unknown to come to you and discover you. Okay, but if you are not feeling, you may feel ready in the heart, because you are, but then there's, all of a sudden you start worrying about your hair, your eyes, you're maybe, you know, getting older, or you have blemishes or rosacea, whatever, psoriasis, a wonky knee, you know, maybe you are an amputee. You know what I'm saying? Then we start going, no. And that puts up a block. However, Spirit's busted through that. They are coming. You want somebody to love you. Every single piece of you. Your divine counterpart will do that. But the only way it's going to flow is if you're doing that for yourself. I know. I just went through this with me. Big time. I didn't realize I had a hidden aspect from my childhood representing. A lot of pain and guilt coming up, okay? The Divine Masculine also had this too, so this is one of the shared energies with the Divine Masculine. This is Spirit itself, forgiveness. Forgive yourself. The Spirit's saying, for those of you who remember, take what resonates, picture out the rest, okay? Spirit's saying the biggest flex you can give yourself is to forgive you. Put down the blame. Guilt. I shoulda, coulda. Why did I have to go through that? Blah. All that stuff is being removed. It's not being supported energetically, so it's easier to kind of drop. As soon as it comes to the conscious mind, when you realize why, the real deep root, it falls. It's falling now. We've done a lot of work digging in there. Now we're at the very bottom. And after that is up from there. Upwards and onwards for the Divine Feminine. The freedom, there is forgiveness there. Or forgiveness. There's freedom and forgiveness. Or forgiveness and freedom. Loving yourself, learning about it. I had to sit there and go, I don't even know, Divine Feminine. Like for me personally, what is that? How do I feed that? I don't even... I think some of you will go, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I had to sit down and I caught so many things. I went, damn, I'm mean. Where's that coming from? But it was easier to see, easier to find. And as soon as it comes to conscious mind, you go, aha. You disable the power. You cut the power cord right there. And then you gotta release, forgive, release, and take care of you. Okay? All right, now, big, huge energy of attraction. This is not just attract. Come here. This is not just that. Remember I was mentioning about people getting wonderful and amazing, surprising job or career opportunities for your business or for you outside where you where you normally work. Maybe even kind of looking around and stuff. And Spirit's like, okay, it's time for you to go. So here comes an opportunity out of freaking nowhere. And you're like, okay, that's too good to be true. Just do your research. Don't dismiss that. That's coming, for those of you that's going to resonate with, and I say going to because I'm feeling that coming in midweek. Opportunities. Spirit is seriously riding the Six of Swords boat and picking people up, going, all right, you're going with me, you're going with me, you're going with me. This is for both Divine Masculine and Feminine. It's happening. They go, oh, wait, they're checking our bags. Oh, that's got to go. So we're getting a lot of down on the ground help from your guides, angels, spirit guides, the universe. Oh my God, we had this huge CME hit us. Thank you, Mr. Sun. And we got the moon amplifying since it went half on Wednesday last week. It's like it was amplifying all of these energies. We got all the astrological signs of all the planets. Mercury decided to go, woohoo, this is a great time to be retro. Oh God. Okay. Saturn and Mars in play. That wasn't helping that little, But Saturn and Mars play an important part for the Divine Masculine because it's like the collective itself with all the action they all took at around the same time frame, sent this huge signal, and they're like, we're on it, we got you guys. So it's like that boosting the magnetic I'm looking for a spirit. Magnet to to help them to call their power back a little quicker, or the energy back a little quicker. Now, attracting these things. We are now attracting them in the physical plane. This is money, homes, opportunities that are just like only Spirit could create this exact opportunity for you personally. Don't dismiss it. Grab onto that brass ring and go with the boat. You're going to be grab on to the handle and be like, I've never done this before. Let's go, Spirit. Jet skiing. Just taking off. I'm off. I don't know what's going to happen. If I'm going to eat shit or get a ski up in one of my in my head. Okay. I'm going. Now, in the realm of love, I have a feeling that the PULP Tarot is just going to be spilling some tea there on that one. Okay, attraction, intimacy, very tied together in the romantic levels. Now, intimacy isn't just about getting naked, okay? It's about trusting that we are safe to allow people all the way in again. But this time, the right people. It's funny. Spirit just said, yeah, because we have no problem opening up to, toxic or negative people, or we didn't, because we knew that shit. We knew. But now here comes our people. And we're scared. What if it's bullshit? What if it's this? What if it's just what it is? Let's open up and embrace it. This is where the whole looking at the aspects that are coming up, getting ourselves in balance. Because when we're all in alignment about how we're feeling and thinking about ourselves, mind, body, soul, materially, whatever it is, okay, bring it all together in one. The intimacy, it'll be so much easier to reach out with somebody. No fear. Because we're good here and we love in ourselves. And that divine feminine energy, all right, Spirit. Gabriel, what do you got for the divine feminine? Remember, at the end of the video, I'll be having you pick 1, 2, or 3 for your fortune cookie for the week. And if I jive with your vibe, please like, share, and subscribe. That is my biggest. I love that. That is just the most amazing when you guys do that for me. Thank you. I do appreciate that. To moon and back, Spirit. Gabriel's like, well, shut up for a minute. Okay. Oh. All right. Divine feminine. Remember, take what resonates, pitch out the rest. Wow. Okay. You're like, bitch, say something. Sorry, I was receiving. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit says that for decades, the divine feminine have been running on divine masculine energy. Ergo, the Emperor, taking control of things, getting shit done. Because the divine masculine wasn't there for that. Not everybody, remember. I'm just talking for the majority. This pertains to. Okay. Control. Having to handle everything. Everything on your shoulders, divine feminine. All of us down here. A so-called overly independent women. Well, we ask somebody to help. They just like, yeah, I'll get it later. We stopped asking because there was later was like years later. Do you know what I mean? Nothing would have got done. I think you guys know where I'm going with that. So because of that, we locked into that. And even though we're doing all this digging and clearing, and we're seeing things in a new perspective, all that's for our intuition up, we're seeing everything, we were still doing it through the divine masculine energies, which was interfering a bit. I kept telling people too during like the last 3 years, I was like, you got to quit. This is why intuitives have been like, you need to focus here and now. Don't let it go outside. Don't feed these other outer energies. Because you were interfering too. Letting go and putting the focus here cleared a lot of stuff. Spirit was still going to come in like a boss to assist the divine masters. It's time. It's time for them to step back into their power. And they're doing it like bosses. 10 years ago, it was 3/4 of the divine masculine. It wasn't 1/4 that was actually following through and doing their thing in their divine masculine energy. 1/4. Last year, there was less than half starting to step in and make the changes needed. As of right now, it's close to 3/4 of the divine masculine on this earth that are kicking ass and taking names. Maybe they're taking somebody's name. I don't know. That's huge. And you damn right we're feeling that. We've been using that energy this whole time to survive, to handle shit. Just because I'm a girl doesn't mean I can't kick your ass. You know, don't think you can intimidate me. That type of stuff. Swords out. Shield up. Come at me, bro. That's what's been triggered. Okay? We could still be strong and beautiful, kind, and nurturing. Can you imagine we let go? Four of Pentacles in reverse. This is what's happening on a global level. Okay? Spirit is literally breaking our fingers off that. No, I don't want to go. No, I'm not ready. We are. We can be both. Every one of us on this planet. Humans, plants, whatever. We have divine feminine and masculine within us. It's just when there's an overabundance, when the balance is off. I mean, here, this is the divine masculine side of us. It's overflowing through the fingers. Here's the divine feminine. That's got to be filled. So as we let go, this energy transforms through the meridian, down the middle here. Transforms and starts filling this side back up. That might throw us a little bit. We got this full moon. We're emotional, like, and we're angry. But it's only going to be a hot minute for that. We want to encourage that. Okay? All right. As I say that. Knight of Swords. Okay, I see what's going on. That's what Spirit says. Divine Feminines are going to start seeing what's going on very truthfully. And if you guys are saying, I don't know what you're really talking about, somebody's going to come in and tell you in a way you will clearly understand. And it might be brutal. It might feel like, oh, God. But guess what? That has to happen for some of you that aren't being open to this, that are watching this. Spirit's been working with you in your dreams to get you prepared. Little by little every day. But for those of you who are just like, whatever, like, just tell me, like, if my guy's coming, what's happening in my love life? Is my guy coming back? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Well, somebody's coming in and they're going to tell you, look, first of all, okay, the truth. So for some of you, somebody's going to come in and give you a truth. And it's going to cut whatever you tied yourself to. I'm not going anywhere, like a protest. Okay? It's going to cut loose because Spirit, you're in the boat for the Six of Swords, but you've tethered yourself to like a pole. And Spirit's like, that's enough. Night. And they come in. Off you go. For others, it's about you being truthful and letting go. It's about you cutting that. All right, I'm ready to go now. I'm ready. Boom. Cutting that cord. Some of you may have already started sawing on that rope, going, you know what? I want to get out of here. I want this. Let's go, Spirit. Okay? And that's going to open up a whole bunch of flow. The more you are ready to do this, and you're like, all right, I'm doing it. You can say it, but you need to make sure you're not still kind of hiding a tether somewhere else, okay? Because guess what? When this all happens, and we'll start this week, beginning this week, boom, Four of Wands. Celebrations, get-togethers. Spirit just said somebody's going to be invited, like a surprise vacation, like out of the blue. Hey, let's have a girls' trip to Korea, South Korea. Yeah, let's do this. The beach. Looking sexy, lighting it up, and feeling like you're a self, like what you saw. I wish I had that confidence. I wish I looked like that. And all of a sudden you're looking in the mirror and go, girl. Okay, you're gonna, yes. There is this energy just flooding in because of the divine feminine energy that we're balancing out here. The more we start loving ourselves, the more shit is going to change. The faster you, off you go to your Four of Wands. Okay? For some of you, 1111. Okay? And I have to say this one because it did pop up. Divine masculines are also the ones who've been running, or I'm not saying they're, people you've been with before. These are people that probably wanting to approach that you don't know, okay, indirectly, that have been just kind of, never mind, they're running around in circles. The Spirit's turning us all in the right directions and boom, making it happen. Some people are like, what if I don't want to? When you start doing this work, you signed up to my destiny. Whatever is meant, I want the stuff that's meant for me. Spirit went, okay. All right, Spirit. Okay. Yep. End of old lives into big, wonderful, amazing. Okay, we got a couple messages here. Okay. 10 of Pentacles right off the bat. Remember I was talking about opportunities coming in. It's time to expand. The old way that you've been doing stuff for your business, your social media, whatever career goals or aspirations you have, or even at your 9 to 5, okay, whatever it is. There's an opportunity coming in. It's going to change. It's going to up level. It's going to expand. I mean, we're talking financially. I mean, long-term security. Even though the economy's shit right now, we're struggling to buy food now, aren't we? Yeah. But then here comes this opportunity. Maybe you've dreamed of wealth but never saw it for you. It is. It is for you. You don't have to be this, that, or the other. Just need to follow your heart. That's where that path lies. Whole new world of stability, security. This is material. This is physical plane. New vibe tribe. Matching vibrations, collaborators, people want to work with you, new bosses, new clients, customers, fans. People don't want to work with you. They're like-minded. Love. Yes, having these dreamed partnerships actually manifest in reality. Now, ooh, toppling that. Yes, yes. Ooh, okay, I see, Spirit. We're going to put you right there. We're going to move into love in just a hot second. Okay, so we are going to be busy, but we have the energy. Okay? Here first. If you're feeling it, do that. If you aren't, don't. Unless you absolutely have to, okay? You need to honor yourself, check in with yourself, respect yourself. Look in the mirror and say, I'm a boss bitch. But I'm beautiful, boss bitch. Tell yourself 3 things that's truth and fact about yourself. Try not to avoid the stuff that makes you kind of go, spin your head. That's the part you want to hit the most. I'm lucky my body's in the shape it is at my age today. I'm very grateful for that. That was more painful than I probably made it look. I look nice today. That's hard for me to say. But I'm doing it. Because does it really fucking matter? I mean, seriously. Okay, anyway. I mean, how I look. Looks, you know. 2 of Pentacles. Writing in very strong. No matter what comes your way. The new stuff might try to throw us. Okay, Spirit says, this is why. 2 Pentacles. Spirit wants you to know, first and foremost, you got this. Anything that gets kind of thrown your way, stop for a second and go, okay, what is this? Okay. If you get triggered, you need to go in right then and find out why. Why am I so upset about? Well, I was doing this. Yeah, but this came in or came up or need your help or your focus. So why are you really mad? Because you already kind of planned your day. I'm going to do my own thing, fuck everybody else. And then they're like, I really need you. Yeah. Okay. Opportunities, surprising opportunities. Maybe you're trying to, when one of these opportunities come in, maybe you're trying to, your like first panic is like, how am I going to do both? Spirit says, trust us. You can and you will, like a boss. Guess what? The exhaustion, nightmares, and then welcome in sweet dreams. Good night's sleep, waking up refreshed and renewed with the Nine of Swords in reverse. Because we've been working through all this shit. But Spirit is still sending us knowledge and information while we sleep. If you do pull cards, pick a particular deck. A deck you don't really use that much, okay? Name that your dream interpretation deck. All right, you keep it under your pillow, keep it in the box or a cloth bag somewhere, because we move around when we sleep, so you don't want the cards getting kind of worn down and stuff. So however it is for you. And then in the morning, after you wake up and have your coffee, before you start your day at all, leaving the house or anything, make just a few minutes to find out, what were we working on? What was the main theme of my dream? What was the knowledge given to me? And how does that apply to me? What do I need to take away from that and apply in the physical plane? It's very eye-opening, and it just jives with everything you're feeling. You're like, whoa, okay, yeah. It's pretty cool. But that will help too. Okay, love. So, as I was mentioning earlier, on the divine masculine side, remember, energy is never gender, okay? Some of them have been a little like, they cannot backpedal, okay, first of all. But there was this vision of them all hitting the brakes going, wait a minute, what am I doing? Wait, I don't know, should I? And then sphincter clench, deers in headlights, freeze. It's like, they can't go back, they don't want to go back, but they're afraid to take another step forward without more information. Spirit's not having that, okay? It's like, Spirit's kind of, what I saw and what I'm seeing now is Spirit's getting directly involved in this. They're like, enough's enough. There is timing involved, divine timing, our soul's plan, our life purpose timing. It's all one. It's time for us to get on board. And that's why all this stuff's coming up from Divine Feminine. There's no coincidences at all. I mean, all of this is designed to align everybody where we're supposed to be. We're almost there. Like, seriously, that much to go. So, Spirit is basically going to be orchestrating some amazing events for singles or for people looking for their divine counterpart, whatever. Not only are they going to be bringing the divine counterparts to our side, we're also going to be shifted and moved towards them also in the most unexpected ways. You can try to spin it. Spirit's like, okay, do the opposite. I mean, seriously, they're like, you guys will not see them coming, and they're not going to see you coming. But when you meet, boom. Okay, these people are not going anywhere. The divine counterparts that are entering are very solid. They've done the work. Thank you, Spirit. It scared me. Was that an amen? Knight of Pentacles. That slow moving energy. We've been hearing that throughout the whole intuitive spectrum, okay? So Spirit's like, okay, you guys have been sitting by the side of the road for a while now. You left all this behind. You've been scooting forward. You got rid of stuff and you went, okay, and you start going. Spirit's like, cool. And then they stop. Okay, wait a minute. Sphincter clench. Okay. Now, what we've been picking up is the energies of them incoming. Okay. The Fool came out sideways, so it's both. What are you really afraid of? You need to listen to your intuition, okay? Follow that heart. Happy. You feel it if it feels good to you. You can tell when it's fake because you don't feel it here. You're just like, oh, that's cool. I really want to do this. I love doing this. I love getting on e-foils and flying around the lake and falling in. That makes me happy. That's falling. You're happy. It's about trusting. You are ready. Spirit's like, look. Get ready. Spirit's not throwing you off the abyss. Spirit's running right next to us. Okay, right there, the dog. If you guys know Lenormand, you know the dog is also loyal, trustworthy. But in deeper meanings, it also indicates your guardian angel, your spirit guides. A lot of you, a lot of us in the Divine Feminine have been seeing them in the physical plane, real time, doing things. It's like, I know who that was. You know what I mean? We have nothing to fear. We need to trust and be open. But the big takeaway this week is making sure you're giving yourself love and compassion, especially how you're talking about yourself or certain aspects of yourself that's maybe over here. You separate that. That's what's coming up also. So Spirit is definitely got us all on these boats, these Six of Swords boats. Some has started, maybe hit a side island and you got a little, yay, that was unknown, but this is so cool. Now it's time to move on to the bigger island. Okay? And it sure ain't the path. We are not going backwards anymore. Okay? If there are any regrets of maybe how you were to yourself or others in past relationships, Spirit says, let that go. Forgiveness. Move forward. There's a freedom in that. You need to be free of that. You know, the karmic lessons, done, gone. Be free. Okay? The past has no place here. And who wants to go back to that, right? We can't go back and fix the past. It is what it is. But we can be open to all these things that Spirit is giving to us. And they're not breadcrumbing us no more. This is the real thing, as people have been seeing. Some people have already been open enough to already connect with their divine counterparts. For real. It gives me hope. But we have to love ourselves fully as a whole. Not as my body, my face, my ass, whatever it is for you. We need to love each other. We need to love ourselves unconditionally, and each other, of course, unconditionally, without judgment. Because those voices are learned. They're not the voices that we were born with. The soul has but one unique frequency, tone, and voice that is yours. All right, let's get some oracle. Thank you guys for hanging tight. Remember, if I jive with your vibe, like, share, and subscribe. If you want a reading, down below in the description box where you find my website. I've got readings up there under the readings tab. And if you guys want to chat or have questions about your forecast, or just have, you know, spiritual questions, or want to know something about your intuition signs, you can go ahead and shoot me a message. Everything's down below in the description box below. We are going to be pulling here in just a couple minutes. Remember, 1, 2, or 3 for your fortune cookie for the week. Power, truth, and connection. Look at angels of the 7 chakras getting us in line. Perfect balance on the left and the right. This is a big, massive global thing happening. Okay? It's about getting us into the oneness. Like I was saying, taking all these things that, you know, we focus on one thing, we put it over here, not realizing we're doing a dissociation. That this is me. Oh, this is that. This is my arm. This is, you know what I mean? It's you. Okay? It's about bringing all that together, about being open to the truths, even if it's from a deep-seated traumatic thing, that coming up to really be looked at in a different way. Spirit's going to be blessing our perception so we can see it for what it is. Because as soon as we do and go, and we can release, we can cry, it's okay. Because knowing that when we do that, and when we're done, and off we go. Okay? Connections, very strong connections. We are attracting this in. The more we get in a oneness with ourselves, seriously, pull it together and love each other again. Spirit wants me to say, we need to love each other unconditionally, right? Okay? As well as loving ourselves. That's what brings that in. So within, so without. You're seeing it already. Following your happy, following your heart. You're seeing that. As soon as you're focusing on your heart, happiness, shit started happening, didn't it? Good things. Yeah, you had to say goodbye to some stuff. And you're like, oh shit, I forgot about that. Because you were so in alignment that those things you realize how unimportant and unsupported those things you had to let go of. People, places, or things were. Okay, community, your group, kinship. What did I say? We are going to be, Spirit is bringing, and us too, others too, creating all these wonderful windows of opportunity. And I don't mean windows. It's like they're going to be right there. Opportunities we cannot miss. Like-minded people, equal jiving people. We're going to be feeling comfortable. It's a whole different vibe when you're aligned with somebody who is aligned, has been doing the same work you have. It's going to be seen in the physical plane in a way that I can't even describe to you. But it's amazing. It's something just like, I'm like so excited. You know, everybody's lining up and connecting. Okay, you know, all right. So I had a thing about past lives that came up in the Divine Masculine. It's like our past life. The people we have not yet ran into are now starting to awaken, and we're all connecting again in a good way. It's like, now, see, this is what it should have been for me decades ago. But we didn't know, we know now. So anyway, wisdom of the Magi, mental clarity. I don't even need to elaborate. This is very strong energy coming in, especially intuition. Pay attention to your dreams. And like I said, you make a dream deck. Tarot deck, oracle deck, it doesn't matter. Lenormand, whatever, runes, under your pillow, okay, every night. Ask your guides. Say, help me to work on whatever it is, an aspect you're struggling with. Be honest, okay? And the next morning, they'll tell you what you worked on. And you will feel these shifts in your thinking, and you'll just wake up a little more lighter, a lot more clear every day. Okay, Zedekiel, Archangel, self-acceptance, compassion, and forgiveness. Okay, this is Divine Feminine, and it all wrapped up. Compassion for yourself, self-acceptance of all your parts as one, as you. Not a part of, is you. Okay, and forgiving ourselves for past stuff, for beating ourselves up, for talking crap about our bodies, our faces, whatever it is for you. Balance, centered self, and self-care. Care about yourself. Take care of you. Okay? The balance. Look at that. Spirit says, don't worry about things trying to throw you off balance. Nothing is meant this week to throw you off balance. Okay? You need to be open to changes that are going to come in quite quickly. It depends on who you are. Spirit just said, some of you have to have it, like all of a sudden, boom, right in front of you. Okay? Because you can't run, because it's right there. So, and for others, you're going to be maneuvered into a amazing situation it's going to shock you in a good way. I can't stop smiling. All right, guys. Well, let's look at your fortune card. Maybe Spirit would be kind enough to give us a little bit more of a hint, since they're being so vague. Spirit said they want everybody's attention this week on balancing, especially looking at ourselves coming into oneness. So, because everything else is just going to follow and light up like Christmas trees. Okay, 1, 2, or 3. We're going to look for number 1. Spirit, what's the fortune for number 1? And thank you guys so much. All right, change. Change of residence, partner, career, or job is on the cards. You're restless and in need of a change, and that is exactly what is coming to you. Different times. Be on your guard against those. Oh, sorry. I don't have my glasses on today. Be on your guard against chaos and as unforeseen perils or emotional upheavals are foretold. Okay. As you open up and are so excited about changes, there are still people fighting. They're stuck, basically. Spirit's still moving them. They're just not. Like I told the Divine Masculine, we are still dealing with people who are upset and miserable because regardless of who they are or their situation, they just are refusing to let go, even though Spirit lopped off their hands and said, okay, just put them on a raft, they'll get there. You know what I mean? Eventually. You know what I'm saying? It's like we are going to get people who are going to be so furious of these wonderful changes. We have to be really, really careful about telling who we're telling about the good news and the surprises and the, oh my God, you know? Got to be really careful, okay? Because some people are unhinged, okay? But the big thing is these changes are for you and you alone. There's that one person you can trust, your one cheerleader, but you need to keep it very quiet and on the download. The difficult times is for everybody too. We do have people over here that are on these rafts. So we get to get on like luxury liners, okay? Because we're doing the work. But we don't have to rub it in. I know you're going to want to tell everybody, but wait a little bit. 2 weeks. Spirit's got to think about 2 weeks. Number 2. So do not feed those trigger monsters. You don't have to. Time for you. Sayonara. Sayonara, sucker. No, just kidding. Number 2, wisdom. To focus on the past is to lose the future. Heed advice from an older person, which will allow you to move on and onwards. I wonder if my friend picked number 2. Hold on. Is there one more, Spirit? Hold on. Your intuition, your guides. Somebody saying something I just said after you watched it and you run into them and they're like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, okay, you need to heed that. Spirit's not withholding. Okay. Now, for those in number 2, Spirit has been guiding you through signs and people, and maybe you're running into themes in maybe Netflix shows or songs, you know. It's time to take it out of your head and into the world for some reason. Wisdom. Spirit's been trying to get you to go, go, go. Okay? And here's the more mature person telling you, go, go, go. It's going to be amazing. Okay? Assert yourself. Go for what you want. The time is ripe for soulmate connections. And for some of you, a birth of a child is likely. Somebody, Spirit saying that there are some people who have children that may be due. Like maybe some people are mid-September, beginning of October. You'd be surprised it might come in a little earlier than planned, okay? But you need to do, if you're following what you love, like say you finally want to try yoga or aerial yoga. And you've been talking about, and finally went to, you know what? They have a free class. Spirit's like been sending you like, look, it's free. The first class is free. Go. All right, well, it's free. I'll go. Oh, I don't know the time. Just go. Okay, Spirit's going to maneuver you there. So you go and you're like, this is amazing. And you just realize that there's a guy there. And he's like, oh my God, this is my first time here too. I've been putting it off and kind of curious, but I was scared. Yeah, me too. Boom. It can happen like that. To follow that beautiful heart. If it's telling you go do yoga or whatever it is for you, go for it. Number 3, yeah, I'm telling you, the rewards are amazing. We do what we should be, you know, get over the fear. You know what? You're going to be like, why did I put this off? This is amazing. Okay. Damn. Okay. That's what I thought. All right. Number 3, not a bad thing. Jealousy. Watch who you trust with your personal secrets and plans. Spend time outdoors with nature to reconnect and replenish. If you get the opportunity to go outside and do more stuff outside as the weather's starting to cool down, not so much in Arizona, you know, spend more time outside when you can. Go for walks, you know, or just listen, you know, sit down on your patio and listen, feel the wind and listen to the birds, all that good stuff. That's really going to be very renewing and rejuvenating for you, mind, body, and soul. However, you're going to have some major jaw-dropping opportunities, whether it be dating or a new person or career. Okay? This is a big one That's why Spirit's like, you need to keep this to yourself, okay? If you're going to tell somebody, because you're going to be all excited, you want to tell somebody, make sure you're telling somebody who isn't going to mention it to somebody else, okay? Because it will get back and the claws will come out, okay? Maybe you were in line for something and you got the word ahead of everybody that you got it. And you have to sit on it. Because you know them bitches are going to be pissed, okay? I'm just saying. And you don't need to deal with that. You've earned it. You've earned this opportunity. A stranger, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, a stranger is about to change your life. Exciting times and plenty of action, plus a special family reunion looks likely. And I feel like it might be an impromptu, you know, like barbecue or something. One person comes over to visit, and then next thing you know, you're like, oh, have you heard from so-and-so? No. Well, you know, can we see what they're doing? Hey, can I come over and hang with you guys? Next thing you know, you're having a like full-blown family barbecue. Everybody's coming over. Or you end up at your brother's house just to visit, and then so-and-so shows up. Next thing you know, hey, let's get dinner. So on that note, be open, guys. This is a very exciting time for all of us, and we've earned it. So let's be open. And let's step into that part of our divine feminine, who's just as equally strong and kick-ass as the divine masculine. We just need to bring them together and equal, because that's what we're looking for, right? Take care. Oh.